everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first mini challenge of Improveyouary. So if you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, you may want to check out my previous video where I introduced the January challenge of Improveyouary, like rather than January, it's Improveyouary. See what I did there? Honestly, I'm so proud of it. So basically I have set out 12 challenges for this month to kind of like get you in the right headspace, mindset for 2024, push you in the right direction to achieve all of your goals and live the best life you possibly can in 2024. Throughout this month I will be posting 12 videos to match the 12 mini challenges in this January challenge, and hopefully we can all like get involved, discuss our progress and just like keep each other accountable, and it will just be really fun. So the first step is to evaluate 2023. We're going to discuss the successes of our year, the lessons that we've learned, and kind of like which habits and things we want to bring into the new year and what we want to leave in 2023. So I have a few methods that we're going to go through together in this video, and then hopefully you can either do it alongside me in this video or you can do it after you watch the video. But I really hope you get involved and let me know how you get on. If you haven't already and you want to get involved with the challenge, make sure you subscribe to this channel and go over to my Instagram and follow me on there too. So let's start off with evaluating 2023 and kind of going through a few like prompt questions. I will tell you some of my answers, but some are a little bit personal, so I feel like we'll just leave them to like do our own and then we will get back to each other. The first prompt I want you to answer is to list the things that you did for the very first time in your life in 2023. I have personally listed down a pull-up. This was one of my goals for 2023. And I did it for the very first time. I did an unassisted pull-up. I was very, very happy with myself. I've also written down some countries that I've travelled to for the first time. For example, Romania, Cyprus, Menorca, Ibiza, Slovenia and Croatia. They were all very exciting and very blessed to be able to go to all these amazing countries. Next year I'll be definitely getting some more in there. I also went on my first full sibling like family holiday. So me, my brother and my mum and my sister all went on our very first holiday together, and that was honestly such a special moment of the year, so I'm really glad that that was a good first for me this year. I also have a few more things down that I kind of wanted to like make note of, so give yourself a few minutes. You can pause the video or you can do it afterwards. Just write down a few things that you did for the very first time this year. Moving on to the next prompt, who or what are you most thankful for? This is obviously very personal to you, so just take a moment to just really reflect on the relationships that you have built or sustained in this year, and this who you are truly thankful for this year. And I honestly think this is like such a good way to evaluate 2023 and like thinking about which relationships you want to just nourish in the next year. It also doesn't have to be like really close friends or family. I have some like professionals on there, certain like low-key characters of my life. So yeah, just definitely like think about all the people you have kind of experienced and how they have impacted your life this year. The next prompt is to write down a few words that kind of summarize your year. 2 words on my list are progress and empowering. That kind of sets the tone for what the other words are probably. I would absolutely love for you to comment down below a couple of the words on your list. So the next one's really going to get you thinking and like really reflecting on the entire year, which sometimes is quite hard to do because I'm thinking about a lot of things that happened recently and I completely forget about a lot of things that happened at the beginning of the year. So I want you to write down 5 moments from the year that you want to remember. These can be big or small moments. Just take a few minutes, pause the video and write down a few of these moments. Just a little side note, one thing I've started doing is creating albums for each year of my life. I only started when I was 25, I believe. So I basically collect loads of photos from the entire year of being 25 and I put it in a photo album, and I'm basically going to publish that into like these really cute like binded books, and that's one of my jobs for this year. So I currently just have like a big album on my phone of all of those photos. So I've got 25, 26 and I've just started my 27th one. So if that's something you're interested in doing, you could even perhaps do it for like the years. So you could do a 2024 album and just like throughout the year just stick photos in the album, and like looking back in a year's time, it's so good to just see all of those like photos that you've collected and little moments that you may have forgotten. I just know it's going to be really fun to look back on in years to come and like show your family one day and just kind of see how you progress over the years. Also, if you want to do one of those like yearly recap videos, like you have all the photos in one album ready for next year's roundup. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit deeper. Okay, so this one I want you to reflect on the lessons that you have learned in 2023. One huge lesson I have learned also kind of goes into a quote that I posted on my Instagram the other day, and it is, if you focus on the hurt, you will continue to suffer. If you focus on the lesson, then you will continue to grow. And that has been a huge shift in my mindset this year. I've kind of just like dropped that victim mentality, and I'm taking every bad moment as a lesson, and it's just causing me to like keep growing and evolving. I kind of touched on it in my last video, but honestly that's like one of the biggest lessons I've learned this year, and it has had a huge shift in my mindset and my happiness and like just like the direction that my life is going in. Some other little lessons I've written down is to how to set boundaries, stop being a people pleaser. This was a couple of things that I really had to work on, and I've kind of like, yeah, I'm really proud of my progress this year, so there's been some really good lessons. Another one is to not speak bad about yourself. I have read a lot about like the law of attraction and manifestation, and actually the science behind like your subconscious and how much power it has over you. So like not talking bad about yourself has like so many benefits, and it's so important that you do this. And one final lesson is to let go of what you can't control, because we have enough things to deal with in life. If you can't control it and you can't actually deal with it, then like there's absolutely no point wasting any time on it. So the next prompt is, what big or small goals did you accomplish this year? A few of mine, I won't do them all, but I managed to hip thrust, double my weight, do an unassisted pull-up. I gained a lot of confidence in the gym, which I didn't have beforehand. Like now I can go into the gym, do my own workout that I've like literally made the program myself, and I know what I'm doing, and I have confidence to teach other people, and like that is one of the biggest goals this year. And to see my progress from the year, like this is like a little glimpse of like, for example, like how my back my back muscles have grown, and like I have like seen and felt so much progress from the gym, and I'm just like really excited to like go into 2024 with all this like knowledge and passion and just like go for it. I'm also really proud of letting go of things that don't serve me. Definitely in the years I have held on to certain things, certain relationships that just don't serve me and were really holding me back. So having like the confidence and bravery to let go of those things was like a huge accomplishment for me this year. And then kind of like linking towards that, I'm really proud of like the relationships I have created this year. I have so many like new close friendships. I mean, like not so many, but like I have such a tight, solid inner circle now, and I just like love everyone who I'm surrounding myself with, and they are just like such positive like influences and role models to me, and like we just kind of like help each other grow. And it's like I could like proper nerd out and like get all emotional about it, but I just, yeah, I'm really proud, and like that's a huge goal of mine. I've also achieved some financial goals this year, and also just like having the ability to like treat and spoil my family. That was another thing that I'm like super happy that I've been able to achieve. The amount of financial literacy I've gained this year, like educating myself in that department. Also being able to expand my investing portfolio. So yeah, all of these things I'm just like super proud of. So I'd love to know maybe some of yours, or if you want to keep it private, no problem. Just pause the video, take a moment and write them down. Okay, so the last question I want you guys to answer before we get on to the next step is, what new habits did you cultivate? So really reflect on what habits you started to build this year, and then you can kind of examine which habits you want to continue into 2024. Just a few of mine, for example, I've created a consistent gym schedule, so I've been consistently going to the gym pretty much all year. Yeah, really proud of what I've built up to. Reading before bed is another great habit. I've like stopped doom scrolling and having that bright light on my face. I've put the phone away, airplane mode, lights down, the melatonin's coming in, and I'm just reading my lovely personal development books before bed, and I just love it. Also, another thing I have been doing this year is listening to audiobooks when I'm out and about, like rather than just walking down the street listening to music, which don't get me wrong, I do sometimes do. I also just listen to audiobooks like on the tube or like walking down the street, and again, mostly personal development books because that's just the one I love reading. But yeah, it's just such a good habit and I really want to continue that next year. A couple of other ones is like focusing more on whole food diets. I've like dropped all like the processed food, less sugar. I have like a really good habit of like my meal times and like kind of like intermittent fasting throughout the day. And two more I wanted to share with you is, rather than watching Netflix, I have kind of like changed that habit to watching like seminars or like motivational YouTube videos in the evening. If you don't know, I'm doing a health coaching course, so a lot of my evenings consist of watching seminars and studying rather than binging Too Hot to Handle, which, don't get me wrong, I did that a few times this year as well. We're all human, okay? I just kind of treat Netflix as like a treat rather than a daily habit. So my daily habit is more positive, productive watching and reading, and then on the occasion I like to just enjoy a good film or a good show, but like guilt-free. I also have a nightly gua sha routine. If you don't know what it is, this is what it is, and I'm loving it, so that's 100% coming with me into 2024. So the next stage of evaluating our 2023 is through the circle of life. You may have heard this as the wheel of life, I believe. I've seen like lots of things like this online. People have been doing it. Through my online course, we've kind of set it up with these 12 points. And basically, they are all in a wheel and you basically rate each point of your life on like how satisfied you are with it, and then you join all the dots and you kind of create a circle, so you can kind of see which aspects of that circle need to be brought up to like match the rest and like create an actual circle. So what I have done, I have actually created an online version that you can like have like on your Instagram story if you wanted to share it, or just keep it for yourself, have it on your phone, and you can even like put it as like your phone background if you wanted to just like remind yourself which areas you want to develop. Up to you. So I'm going to do that with you now. So most of the categories are quite self-explanatory. However, I am going to talk you through the first one just because I wasn't too sure on this like a few months ago either, like only since I've been doing my online course and kind of really getting into what it means. So spirituality is definitely very personal, and there's like different aspects of it. One being like nature, getting in touch with nature. This is something I've obviously struggled with being in London, as I am in the middle of a city, so I do kind of actually want to try and get more in touch with nature throughout the year, because there's like so many gorgeous parks around the city that I would love to go to, but luckily I do a lot of traveling, so I do get that chance when I go traveling, but it's definitely an aspect that I do want to improve on, just like getting out of like the city a little bit, you know. Another aspect is humanity, and that's kind of like feeling a sense of unity around people and like creating a sense of community. Here you are really building up a sense of like compassion and empathy, and I don't know, just like kind of feeling, I guess it links to like feeling like a purpose, like you're like part of something, and that's definitely something I have definitely felt this year. I kind of lacked that last year, but I've really built up my sense of community this year, and especially at the gym, it's kind of like a little family that I have. Like you go in and I just like know most of the people, and like we all say hi and like support each other, and I don't know, like it might be something really small for someone, and I mean some people probably have that in like a religious group or maybe in their family or something, a big group of friends, but like I definitely get that with my gym, and I'm also obviously trying to create that here. I'm hoping to develop that more this year and like really create a big community online of like just like a group of people wanting to better themselves, and I just think that would be like so rewarding. There's also the aspect of connecting with your inner self, kind of like knowing how you feel and what you want in life. Definitely I've had moments in the past where I just felt a little bit lost, so I've like shoved my feelings down and kind of just like power through, but like I've definitely slowed down this year, taking a moment to really reflect on how I'm feeling, what I want, and just like what my true inner self and like what my true authentic self is. So yeah, that's definitely something that is a big aspect of spirituality in my head. Another aspect is finding meaning and purpose, waking up each day seeking personal development and fulfillment. So yeah, that's like definitely something I have completely changed this year, and I love it. There's a few different practices that you can help improve your spirituality. A lot of like meditation, journaling, things like that really grounds you, keeps you in the present moment, gives you time to reflect on how you're feeling, and kind of just like centers you in general. So I've definitely worked on that a lot this year, but there's still areas I want to do more of. I kind of want to make journaling more regular than I do already. I currently journal when I feel like I really need it, just to like get it all out and just kind of explore how I feel and stuff. However, I kind of do want to make it more of a regular habit, maybe like twice a week or something. I also want to make meditation part of my daily habit, and actually meditation is one of the challenges of this month, so we will be working on that together. For that reason, I'm going to rate this category 7.5. The next section is creativity. This looks different for everyone. For me, it's more like creating content and videos and writing. That's things I really want to do more of this year. So that is actually going to be one of the things I focus on this year. So I'm actually going to give it a 7, knowing that that is something I definitely want to prioritize. Next section is finances. I'm actually really happy with what I've achieved this year. I've become a lot more financially literate. I have learned so much through reading and watching shows, listening to podcasts, and like doing research online. I have obviously expanded my investment portfolio that I mentioned, and I've done really well with my savings, and yeah, I'm just like super proud of all that. However, you always want to improve, right? So yeah, I've got new financial goals that I want to reach, so I'm gonna currently give my satisfaction a 7 because your girl wants more. So yeah, we're gonna work hard this year and just get to the place that I want to be. Next section is career, and I'm actually going to rate this a 6. So some of you may have been following me since I was teaching in a classroom. I'm currently now a governess. So yeah, there's been a big shift in my career already. I have a lot of plans that I'm not going to go into, but a lot of things I'm going to be working on this year to kind of level up my career and kind of set me up for the next few years, and I'm really excited about it. However, it's going to require a lot of work, and it's something I'm going to actively work on every single day. So yes, I'm going to rate it a 6, and I'm going to work hard to raise that number by the end of the year. The next section is education, and I've rated this a 9 just because I like what I'm doing right now. I am actively every single day trying to learn new things. I've currently got my online course going. I graduate in April with that integrative nutrition health coaching course. I'm also actively reading books every single day, listening to podcasts and audiobooks, and I do a lot of research online as well. The people that I'm surrounding myself with, I also learn so much from them. So I'm like really happy with where I'm at with my education and like the journey that I'm on. So I'm just going to maintain that and just like keep doing what I'm doing. And yeah, it's something I'm not really trying to level up this year, because I'm just like super happy with like what I'm doing right now. The next section is health, and again I'm going to rate this a 9. I am the healthiest and strongest I have been in my entire life. Like the diet, my physical activity, everything, and even like my mental health, everything is just doing great right now. Touch wood. But yeah, that's a solid 9. The next one kind of links towards that is physical activity. Again, this is 9. I basically have no 10s because like you can always improve, but I'm really satisfied with my level of commitment to physical activity, my gym routine, my progress, so that is all good. The next section is home cooking. I have rated this an 8. Basically my job involves home cooking, so I cook for myself every single day. I definitely slack a little bit at the weekend just because I cook all week. So at the weekend I do a lot more simpler meals. So I put it as an 8 because I could like push it a little bit to a 9 just by being a bit more adventurous during the weekends. I also want to try cooking with more like protein alternatives like lentils and things, and I want to get back into doing like quinoa, some really cool like protein salads, and like just trying out different recipes. So yeah, that's like a little thing I can do this year, but yeah, solid 8. Next up is home environment. This is where obviously where you live and spend most of your time. It could be like specific rooms in your house that you want to improve that just don't give you joy. I personally have rated this a 6 just because I've got to the point in my life where I want to move out into my very own apartment. I'm lucky enough where I am to kind of have an apartment through work, but it's not like completely private, so that is something I really aspire to do. I'm not saying it's next year. I'm definitely going to put moves in place to get there. If it is next year, that would be absolutely incredible, but definitely within the next year and a half. But obviously I've got to do stuff this year to get to that point, so that's why I have put that as one of the things I'm going to be working on. I also, like, short term, I want to sort out my bedroom, just because I'm going to be spending time here and I want to make it just like maximum satisfaction, you know. I want to get a bookshelf, and I want to put all my lovely books up on display, and I want to put some art up on my wall. So that's like little things I'm going to be doing in the short term. The next section is relationships. I've seen a lot of other wheels that kind of split this up further into like love and romance, friends and family. However, I've just put it as relationships, and this is what we do on my course. I have rated this category as an 8 because I'm very satisfied in my friends that I have made this year, my relationship with my family, and yeah, I'm just like really happy with it. So the reason why I did an 8 and not a 9 is because I feel like I've always wanted like a big group of friends, or like even like a small group of friends. But basically all my loved ones, like all my closest friends, I have them like, they're really bitty. So I have like a few really close friends, but I only hang out with them individually. So I kind of like, it would be nice to kind of incorporate more of like a group, at least having maybe like a little mini community that we can all go together. But that's like something I can maybe work on. But I do just really cherish one-to-one moments, and yeah, I think I'm always going to be like that, to be honest. And the last section is joy, just like your overall happiness, like when you wake up every single day or like throughout the week, how happy, how much joy do you have in your life? I rate this as an 8. The reason why it is an 8 and not a 9 is obviously by working on the other points of like my finances, my career, my home environment. That will boost up my joy to get that to a 9 or a 10. I mean, you know how I feel about 10s. But yeah, generally speaking, your girl's happy. So the last step in evaluating 2023 is I want you to look back on your vision board or your list of goals that you made, if you made them, and just like go through each one. What did you achieve? What did you not achieve? What are you actively going to be working on in 2024? And then that will kind of help you decide what you're going to include on your next vision board, which is the next video. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. The next video we will be making our 2023 vision boards, writing a list of goals and habits we want to take into the new year, and it's going to be very exciting. I personally love making vision boards. I make them per season and for the whole year, but we'll go into that in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm super excited for the next video and for you all to be joining along with the January challenge of Improveyouary. I feel like I can't say it without going like this. I would absolutely love to hear from you in the comments down below, or head over to my Instagram if you want to DM, and we can discuss everything we're trying to achieve this year and like keep each other accountable. See you in my next video.